I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I used to think that the reason why SLPs went into private practice was because they were greedy and all about the money. But after helping over 15,000 SLPs build successful private practices, I realized that money isn't the primary reason why SLPs choose private practice. And the ones who are driven by earning more money are not coming at it from a place of greed, but something else altogether. On this episode of the Private Practice Success Stories podcast, I'm going to talk about the top reasons why SLPs choose private practice, and I wonder if these are reasons why you are also interested in pursuing private practice. Stay tuned. I'm Jenna Castro-Casbon, speech-language pathologist, business coach, and creator of the Start Your Private Practice system, and I'm on a mission to turn stuck SLPs into successful private practitioners. If you're tired of dealing with high productivity requirements, high caseload sizes, and low pay, it's time to take control of your professional, personal, and financial life and finally get the freedom, flexibility, and financial abundance that you deserve by working with private clients in your own practice. Join me here each week as I share tips, best practices, and inspirational interviews on the Private Practice Success Stories podcast. If you're a private practitioner or one in the making, you're in the right place, so let's get started. I've been helping SLPs build successful private practices since 2008, which is a long time ago by this point. And I estimate that I've helped over 15,000 SLPs start and grow their private practices. And after a while, I began to notice a pattern. Whenever I asked SLPs what was drawing them toward private practice, the following words, each of which coincidentally start with the letter F, kept coming up again and again: freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment. People want to have the freedom to be their own boss, and also the freedom to make their own clinical decisions, the flexibility to choose their own hours so they can spend more time with their family or themselves and achieve more work-life balance, and also the fulfillment that comes from being able to truly help people and be the best clinician that you can be. So I started talking about the 3 Fs, right? Freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment, and that really resonated with people. Then one day I posted about the 3 Fs on Instagram, and Ruth Bass, who was a podcast guest in early 2020, and quick plug about Ruth, she shared her story about being in private practice for 19 years. It's a great episode. You should go listen to it. But anyway, she commented and said, "Jenna, you're forgetting a really important F word." And Ruth is a really fun woman. She's a little salty in a great way. So I braced myself. But she said that the 4th F is finances. Because yes, some people do go into private practice to make more money than they are able to at schools, hospitals, early interventions, or as an employee of someone else's private practice. And I want to start to take away the shame and the stigma of going into private practice to earn more money, because the reality is that we all have bills to pay, mouths to feed, families to take care of, loans to pay, life events and purchases to save up for, and fun stuff to look forward to, like great vacations. The ability to earn more in a regular job as an SLP is actually pretty slim. One of the reasons why people choose this profession is because you have the chance to earn a good, steady salary. But when was the last time you got a raise or a bonus? The problem is that our salaries start in the mid-range, but they stay in the mid-range. You could stay in most SLP jobs for your entire career and only make marginally more than when you first started. So your salary isn't going up, but your expenses are. Think about the expenses you have now as compared to, say, when you were a CF or earlier in your career. Earning a solid mid-range salary might have been okay back then, but as life goes on and now maybe you have kids and a mortgage, maybe you're still paying for student loans, or you have your own kids that you hope to send to college one day, not earning more money over time becomes a serious problem. The inability to earn more money year after year in a profession in which you have a master's degree is a problem. You have a master's degree. It's time to earn like it. If you've been waiting to earn more and you're hoping that someone will notice how hard you're working and reward you for it, you're probably going to be waiting for a long time. One of my philosophies is don't wait for what you want, create it. Don't wait, create. If you want to earn more and have more financial stability, more freedom, and even abundance, you have to create it. And private practice is one of the easiest and best ways to do that. So at this point, we're up to 4 F's: freedom, flexibility, fulfillment, and finances. And then one day, as I was talking about this concept with students in my Start Your Private Practice program, one of them said, "Jenna, you forgot another F." And I thought, oh my goodness, what is the 5th F? And that's when she said, family. So family became the 5th F. And a lot of SLPs choose private practice for their family, either to spend more time with them or to be more available to them. And if you're thinking, well, there's no way I could start a private practice, I have little kids. Well, I say that you can either let your kids be the excuse or the reason. And especially pediatric SLPs say all the time that they spend all day caring for other people's kids, and they're happy to do that, but they no longer want to sacrifice time with their own children and their own families. So the 5th reason why SLPs choose private practice is family. Now, I used to lump that in with flexibility because most people talk about schedules and wanting to spend more time with family, but naming your family as a priority is important. And well, family does start with the letter F, which is convenient for my illustration. And then, as you may have guessed, another one of the students in Start Your Private Practice came up with a yet another and final, for now, reason why SLPs choose private practice that starts with the letter F. Wait for it. Fun. People want to be able to use their private practice earnings to have more fun, to go on vacation, to do a home renovation, buy stuff that they really want, like purses, a nicer car, shoes, whatever it is. People want to be able to use their private practice income in order to have more fun. Private practice is for people who want to work hard and then play hard. So that's the 6th F, fun. If you were listening to this and nodding your head along as I went through those reasons, you are not alone. When people join the Start Your Private Practice system, one of the first things I have them do is to identify their why, their driving force for wanting to be in private practice, so that when times get hard, which does happen from time to time, you can remember your why, and the F words that we talked about today incorporate that. So if you want more of those things, if you want any of these 6 Fs, if you want more freedom, flexibility, fulfillment, finances, family, and or fun, you have to create them. Don't wait. Otherwise, you'll be waiting for a long time. And if you want these things, you have to create opportunities for them. And the best way to do that is by taking control of your professional, personal, and financial life through private practice. Please take a second to reach out to me on Instagram. I'm at Independent Clinician. I would love to know which of the 6 Fs are driving you toward private practice. There's a quote from Zig Ziglar, which I've always liked, which is, "You can have everything in the world that you want if you help other people get what they want." SLPs tend to be very focused on helping people get what they want, and we get lost in the shuffle. Not sure if this is an SLP thing or a female thing, but we tend to put other people first to the detriment of ourselves. And frankly, while it feels okay to do that for a while, it gets exhausting. And at some point, you crave that balance and that need to put yourself first. So think about that quote again in terms of your private practice. You can have everything in the world that you want: freedom, flexibility, financial abundance, family, fulfillment, and fun, if you help other people get what they want, which in our case would be high quality care from a trusted private practitioner. It is okay to want things. It is okay to want more. But remember, if you want it, you have to go out there and create it. Now, related to that, I have a very important announcement, which is that the next enrollment for the Start Your Private Practice system is coming up soon. And we only open for big public enrollments a few times each year. So if you have been waiting and meaning to join for months or even years, I want to make sure that you are ready. So go over to startyourprivatepractice.com/waitlist, and you will be the first to know when we reopen. Keep in mind that we only open for a few days, and then you'll miss your chance again. In this episode, we talked about adding more freedom, flexibility, fulfillment, finances, family, and fun. And I can't wait to help you get more of these by following my tried and true step-by-step system to start working with your own private clients in your own private practice. This is not a do-it-yourself program. It's a done with support program. So if you're the kind of SLP who likes to get your ducks in a row and follow checklists and feel confident that you're doing the right things, this is the exact program that you need. It costs less than a graduate level course and has the potential to expand your income greatly this year and for the rest of your career. So make sure you're on the wait list over at startyourprivatepractice.com/waitlist. And I cannot wait to help you start your private practice. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next week.
I decided to invest in the Start Your Private Practice program because I honestly had no idea where to start.
And I just didn't really have the confidence or the know-how to be able to do that.
So it was really nice to have a system that was all set up for me. I didn't have to reinvent the wheel or start from scratch. It was all there for me.
And I was able to land a client within about the first week and a half of me going public with my private practice.
So now I have 12 clients. It is such an invigorating and amazing experience.
If you want help to start your speech therapy private practice, then head on over to startyourprivatepractice.com/waitlist so that you will be notified as soon as we reopen the doors to the Start Your Private Practice system. Again, that's startyourprivatepractice.com/waitlist. I cannot wait to help you start your private